What's going on, everyone? This week, Nerds sit in a lounge room and bust. Pink team is good, and Zach Butters eats glass for breakfast. What's going on, everyone? We're here with episode 136 of the Storm on the Beach podcast, talking about all things great and garbage this week. What's going on, Keelan?
As any of the YouTube viewers can see, I've learned how to do effects.
To video effects. So he's just doing all of them.
Yeah, well, as they say, best to just do it all at once instead of like easing into it or whatever. Just like you can't overdo these things. Yeah, so don't use them tactfully. Just send it. I hear that. I hear.
Just keep going the whole time, please. I really enjoy that laser one behind you that like blanks out your face and has the growing light behind you.
Oh well, I could just do it. The wrong one. I could just do it again if you'd like.
Yeah, perfect. There you go. That's a great look.
Like I'm in a boiler room set.
You are the DJ in any club. Oh, terrible.
Audio medium. Yes, going on. Champion.
Oh, thanks for asking.
No worries.
Big week. Bad news for our chickens is a parasite that's got into them, and we've lost a few and have a few on the mend, which is not great. Takes like an hour and a half every day to like syringe feed them all that are unwell.
That's so much time.
Not ideal.
I've got an appropriate reaction for that though. You ready?
Go on then. Thumbs down in bubble. Thanks.
Yeah, thumbs. That's how people emote over Microsoft Teams. So yeah. I assume it's appropriate for this circumstance.
Yeah, great. Thanks for that. Get your thumbs down button ready,
cool.
Because yesterday morning I wandered out to feed some of the chickens and noticed my car had a flat tire as well, which is great.
Hey,
there we go. Perfect. Very good. So yeah, just to pile onto the other stuff, had to go take that in, get puncture repair, $40, and done in 15 minutes while I was standing there. Pretty good. The guys weren't very busy that day, clearly.
You reckon?
I rolled in, not in that vehicle, in a separate vehicle.
Oh, okay.
Took the wheel out, had one of the guys walk over. He was like, "Oh, you the guy for the puncture repair that called before?" I was like, "Yep." And he just takes it and starts working on it. And I was like, "Oh, okay." Didn't say another word to me. I was like, "Not a wait here or take a seat or whatever." Not that there was really any seats anyway. And then I just sort of hung around for a bit because I was like, well, I guess they're doing it. And then he returned the wheel to me. And another guy just came out of the office and was like, "Oh, yeah, that'll be $40, thanks." I was like, okay, cool. I had like 6 people working here, and I don't know. They're all just there to work on my tire, I guess.
Well, you need 2 people per tire. They're actually understaffed. I've seen the F1.
Yeah, good point. Yeah,
dude at the front of the car, 2 per tire. Dude on the fuel, potentially a second dude on the fuel.
Yes. Yep.
What are we at? 11?
Did you say the guy at the front with the sign?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the lifter upperer.
Lifter upperer. Yeah.
And then the sign. So we're on 12.
Yeah.
Wow, they were at half capacity and they still turned around your puncture in 15 minutes.
Yeah, pretty rapid. I would have loved if we just had the one wheel nut and machine to go, because doing it by hand is not a lot of fun. Getting under the car and jacking it up.
You could have just put a appropriate size bit on your drill.
Yeah, but I didn't really want to have to go get it, to be honest. And I was like, I'm not I'm not gonna wind down my spare to put it on to take this one in to bring it back home and swap it back out again because I'm not going to have a
What do you mean
brand new
wind
tire
down your
on
spare?
with
Oh, is your spare underneath?
it's underneath the
Yeah.
tray. So there's a little hole, and I have this rod thing that lives behind my back seats that you get out and you stick it in the hole and go like this, and it drops down a little bit so you can unscrew it and then drag it out. But yeah, I wasn't going to do all that to put one brand new tire on and then to swap it back because I wasn't going to have one brand new and 3-year-old tires
No,
because that's a recipe
no,
for
because
disaster.
when you take your car in next, I'll be like, fucking excuse me.
Yeah, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah.
um,
Actually, research shows you just replace one tire at a time.
yeah, sure. But yeah, I'm just, I guess, waiting on the third thing to go wrong. I don't know, these things happen in threes, so I'm not sure.
You've got them in front of you there.
This episode brought to you by CC's limited edition sausage roll and sauce 4 and 20 pie chips.
I
These
can see
could
them
be
going
good.
very wrong here.
These could be these could be bad. They did have the 4 and 20 pie, but as we know, when going to the football, the appropriate option is just buy the sausage roll. Don't bother risking it with the pie that's way too hot or way too cold.
Yeah.
It's not,
So,
if there's a Goldilocks of the pie warmer at the footy, it's the sausage roll. It's just right.
are you going to try the chips on air?
I will.
Check.
I will.
Oh,
Yeah.
is there a segment for them?
I can do it now if you'd like.
Oh, I thought it was a good enough segue.
Okay. Funny business brought to you by CC's.
We're absolutely not sponsored by any sort of chip company.
We will be though. Whoever throws us an packet of chips, I will happily do it.
How would you describe that color?
A bit darker than a usual CC yellow, than a regular salted.
Can I have the hex code?
No, you
Holy
can't.
shit! Wait, I think I have a hex code picker on Chrome.
Let me hold. Where do I need to hold this up? Probably not against my hand. Maybe against my shirt.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter where.
I'll put it there. How does that sound? They smell interesting. They smell a bit like the tomato ketchup flavored. I think no. What is it? Atomic tomato Samboys. They smell slightly like that, or the limited edition tomato ketchup flavored, tomato sauce flavored chips. Smell a little bit like that, which checks out given its sausage roll and sauce flavor.
Thanks. I've just screenshotted it. I'm uploading it to the internet.
Yeah. And I want it out there. My hand is turned the other way. I'm holding a chip out.
What are you trying to say?
Like this. All right.
Hold it up again. It had No, hold it still. Stop fucking moving it, dude.
I'm
incredibly zoomed in. I'm using your. Okay. So, for anyone listening along and has a appropriate understanding of hex code, the color of the chip is BDA375.
Interesting.
Crunchy. Oh, he's gone
Very
back
crunchy.
in.
I'm going to lick this one a bit. Get the flavour. Look, it's definitely... You get it more just licking it. The flavour's pretty much right on.
Well, yeah, because there's no fucking corn in it. Oh, actually, there might be corn in a sausage roll, but you don't get big corn flavour in a sausage roll.
Correct.
Oh,
yeah.
God, excuse me. That snuck up on me.
If you just lick it, it tastes exactly as advertised. It's pretty accurate. But yeah, when you got to battle with the corn flavour in there as well, throws it off slightly.
They sound all right.
They're very crunchy. Overall, not bad.
What are we getting out of 10?
Probably they're not bad, but they're certainly not good. Maybe a 6.2.
What have we said? What have we said about rating things not in half steps?
The if I went flavor alone, it's probably 7.5. But because you have to eat it on a corn chip, it just makes it so weird.
Well, CCs don't fucking make anything else, champion. I've called
They
you
make
champion
cornados.
twice this episode. I'd like to make a formal apology.
I feel like it could go better on a cornado.
Forgot about those. Still technically a corn chip.
Sure. I'll do one more for the culture. They're quite Moorish, actually.
So they're better than the was it pie shapes that they did?
Yeah.
They were dog shit.
They were not good.
Yeah.
All right, thanks for the segue. Any pushes of the week?
You've just skipped over nerds on the couch or whatever.
Sure.
We're going to talk about nerds sitting in a lounge room and busting.
Sure.
So we can let Zach know what he missed out on Saturday because he was too tired
yeah,
after
unfortunately
work.
for him. I mean, I spent like 4 hours there and I still didn't finish the game. But shout out to the boys for dialing me in for the grand finale. As you finished off the big spider. You only had to beat him off, 3 times to finish him off?
I don't like that. Yeah, so as everyone knows, we edged ourselves last week and ended up with the final mission on having to come back and do it on the weekend. And it still took us I don't know. You were most of the way home by the time we finished. So a casual 5.5 hours.
Yeah.
For one mission, and what a mission it was! Wowee, incredible! I would play again.
Very good game. It's a bit anticlimactic, though. It's like you win,
Well,
you get a paragraph, and then it
Yeah.
goes back to the like starting screen, starting menu.
Well, you just have to sit there and digest.
I guess so. I would like some like credits to digest, though.
Yeah, with a
Like
song
use your
or
3
two.
minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. That's one thing they could do better. I don't think they're going to because I think they've probably stopped
not.
production. They're not going to do another expansion, are they?
Probably not. Unless
They could.
maybe the Hunt for Golem collab expansion.
Well, the thing is, the thing would have to be based on something that's not in the movies necessarily, because none of them are movie storylines, and would have to
that's
be.
great. That's easy enough to do. Just base it off the Amazon show.
That's a great segue to actually
that shit's completely made up too.
That's a little segue to a little tidbit I had earlier. I found out that the intro for Rings of Power is actually not CGI.
It's actually sound waves and sand.
Well, yeah, essentially.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
I knew
maybe
what it was
some
going to
magnets.
be, but I didn't realize it was real.
Yeah, like real molten metal and shit as well.
Yeah.
I was like, huh. I guess they use one of them motion cameras and shit too, because the camera work is fucking. It looks CG. So
Definitely.
But yes, is a vibe. But yeah, okay, cool. I guess they use Rings of Power stuff and just have some characters that are 3,000 years older than others.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah. Well, why don't they just have the... They could totally have like the the baning of Durin. Have to fight another Balrog, for example.
Oh no, another Balrog. Ooh. Well, our theory was actually that because we decided to go fight the Balrog first, if we hadn't, he would have been the final boss. Because the choice was go get the crown or go kill the spiders early.
Yeah, I guess so. That is a good point.
But then the crown was quite helpful.
It was quite helpful. I wonder what you
So
would have got from, if you would have got anything from the spiders
to
to
help
use.
defeat Durin's Bane, nothing. Surely
Yeah,
nothing.
probably nothing.
The great thing is we can just play it again.
This is true. I think we already discussed we're going to do a full bard party, just a traveling troupe of sorts.
We did think about other themed lists, and we
Yeah.
came up with quite a few ones. Okay, so only characters that are short, because there's not enough dwarves or not enough hobbits to make a full party of 5. So you have to make a combination of the two.
Yeah, so it's like,
Like 3 dwarves and 2 hobbits.
yeah, you could, yeah. So it's like 4.5 feet and below.
Yeah,
Would be maybe a party or something like that.
And you could do only elves and you could do only men.
Yeah,
Only elves you'd have to wrangle in Gandalf, though, is what we decided. He's the closest thing to being an elf.
makes sense.
And he's on a plane of his own. There's no other characters like him. So
If you did all short characters, you could name the party 2.5 men based on
ooh,
cumulative height.
that's pretty good. The math lines up too.
Yeah, could we do all women? Is there enough?
Arwen, Beravor,
Dis.
Dis, and then there's at least 2 with very similar names, actually. Eleanor and Elena. So there you go, 5.
Yeah,
Plus like 2 more in the new expansion. So there you go.
easy.
We wouldn't want to do an all men party though.
No, certainly not.
We'd probably get cancelled.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely not.
Probably shouldn't have gone quiet after that. Makes it sound like less of a joke.
Okay, fair enough. But no, tremendous game. Very good. And is it fair enough to say the next time we do it will be completely virtual? Most likely?
Yep, pretty likely. But given that if we run the game from my iPad or if we use that Connect function, we can pick up and play the same campaign physically when I'm back. So I think the idea is to do spreading war. So tune in for some spreading war action. Maybe we'll even pod it. Who knows?
Oh, we might do some streams.
Yeah.
Although that could be problematic.
Why?
Some things are said that maybe shouldn't be.
It's the one way to find out.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
Yeah, actually, maybe putting a microphone in front of Jack's not the best move.
Yeah, probably not. That's all I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do it might have to be a 20-second, 30-second delay stream with the dump button.
The ability to cut everything. God.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll need to wrangle in a like a director
Yes.
/ editor role.
Yeah. Camera one ready now.
It's ready camera one, take camera one. You'll find is the
Thank you.
the syntax, I believe.
All right. Any other funny business going on in your side of the world?
I don't know. Everyone except you came over on Sunday.
Well, that's right. I was there Saturday.
Yeah. But yeah, it was nice. Felt the love. So thanks everyone that hopped on down. We got the footy on. It was good.
Nice.
More to come in the footy section of the show. Wow,
Ooh,
yeah, that's it.
excellent.
No other
Cool.
funny business.
Any butchers of the week this week?
Yes. Look, I expect we'll cover. I think we said we'll cover Anzac Day Guernseys a little bit more next week.
Yep. Sure.
But
Once we've seen them all, but there's some bad ones.
but I make exception to the Melbourne Demons and their horrific Anzac Day kit.
You wouldn't believe it would also be my nomination. For those that are on the YouTube, jump over for the screen share.
Wow, this wasn't rehearsed. He's got it there ready to go.
It's the D's, navy blue with red V kit, and some little clip up jets or bombers of sorts on there.
Remind me, Isaac, why does the word bombers in an AFL context sound familiar?
It does sound familiar, doesn't it? Because there's a whole team called them.
Oh, that'll be it.
So
Wow.
I guess maybe Melbourne is calling these jets on their Guernsey rather than bombers.
Well, look, the D's stink. So I guess maybe they're trying to look up to the Bombers. And in which case, I'd say, I don't know, set your sights a little bit higher.
Yeah.
It's one of those things, when you ask someone who's their hero, and then they say like a bit part character in their favorite TV show or whatever. You're like, oh, okay. Not Chris Pratt. Bad example. I was trying to think of like someone else in Parks and Rec that's only turns up every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so bad shirt. It's 9:34. Sorry.
It's a bad one. It's very, very not good. But we'll do a full swing through review of all of them once we've seen them all.
Just don't skip ahead.
Don't skip ahead.
If it doesn't get, I don't want to skip ahead myself. But if it doesn't improve, on second review, I'm putting them shit list.
Yeah, I think that's probably pretty adequate.
Not that particular Guernsey, obviously, but the Guernsey team.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. I think we've seen 5 or 6 Anzac ones announced so far. Pretty much every team will do one. Maybe not North Melbourne because they didn't do one last year because they've got bigger things to focus on than kits, which is fair enough. So maybe Melbourne should have followed suit this year. Sort your club out before you
fuck's sake.
do poorly. But we'll do a full. We'll have a chat later on, and then we'll do a full one next week.
Just quickly get the screen share back up and have a look at the Melbourne Football Club training Guernsey for this year.
Okay, hold on.
I don't want to skip ahead myself, but it's not great.
Is it?
But it's the one that looks like it could be the carton of
Milk.
chocolate milk. Yes.
Yeah.
It's a big M.
It is that one. It certainly is a big M.
Quite frankly, the big yellow sponsor can fuck off.
What about the big blue one that's a slightly different blue to their blue? It cuts off some of the big M.
Well, it's even on their... It's not a slightly different blue on their Clash Guernsey.
It's not. That's true.
which makes me think that they made it Zurich Bank blue on the Guernsey and not asked the bank if they could change their logo color.
Yep.
Um,
Probably true.
it's just not good, dude. You know,
They've had a shocker this year.
I'd argue they did last year too. Were they not the one with a really bad Anzac Day last year?
It also wasn't great. It also wasn't
I'm willing to throw them under the bus here and shitlist them early. Actually,
okay.
oh yeah, no, yeah, it was the one with the cenotaph on it or whatever.
Yep.
War Memorial.
So we've got Melbourne Demons,
Guernsey team.
Guernsey design team.
So hear me out. Where is the War Memorial? It's not rhetorical. Answer the question for the bit.
Which one? The big one?
The one, the national one.
Yes. That would be in Canberra.
All right. We don't have a team in. Technically,
Yes,
we don't
we do.
have a team. No, stop. We don't have a team with Canberra in its name.
We have
There is a spiritual Canberra team
we have the
in
greater
the way that currently there's 2 Tasmanian teams.
we have the greater Western Sydney Giants.
Yeah.
who have
So that's
who
what I'm
have
leaning.
CBR on the back of their Guernseys every week.
That's what I'm. That's okay, like that. There's not like. Just let me do the bit, dude.
Okay, we don't. Correct. We don't have a
We
Canberra
don't have a Canberra team,
team.
but obviously the Giants are their spiritual team.
Yes.
Why are the Demons putting Canberra shit on their shirt?
Great point, Keelan.
Thank you.
Great point.
I thought it was I thought it was potentially a New Balance problem.
Why would you say that?
Because New Balance do the shirts for the Demons.
And who else?
No, and then I, Googled New Balance AFL kits,
Yep.
and no, they just seem to be the outlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's a football in it Nike Adidas scenario where every team each year gets the same design just in their colorway.
That's literally never happened. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's literally never happened every year.
It's literally never happened. That being said, Liverpool's home kit this season's actually like very, very lovely and different. Don't say, "Oh, it's red." Fuck yourself.
Hey, I go for a
will
red team too.
Yeah, I will. You go for a pink team. I
Also
will
pink.
agree that I think it was last year that had the white collar with the white end of arm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, United and Liverpool have both have a very similar heritage shirt that looks the exact same.
Yeah.
But you got to keep in mind they didn't have email back in the day, so they simultaneously design those without.
That's how we end up with some years where we have 3 claret and blue teams in the EPL.
What do we have at the moment? Just the 2 of them.
Just 2, I think.
Just the West Ham and the Villa.
Yeah.
Bring back Burnley. I've been saying it for years.
Oh, very good. All right, another shit list entry. All right, should we get on to footy? Very good. Round 5, gather round recaps. Of note, biggest one so far, 269. Nice. 506. 269,506 fans in attendance across the round. Pretty good.
Or it is pretty good, but in Googling something, I just got an ad for Pepsi Electric.
Yeah, you did.
I was Googling a note for the pod. Just got an ad for Pepsi Electric with Domino's.
Yep.
And we've got such lines as, "Oh, that's really nice. I really enjoy it. Oh, it's quite zesty." They're all fucking lying, bro.
They're all-
It's the worst beverage ever made.
oh, have you tried it?
It's so shit.
It's terrible.
I took 3 because I got the classic pop into a servo, get 2 for
Yep.
on the way back from
Yep.
Ballina 2 weeks ago, right? And I was tired, and so a little bit of caffeine would have been great for the drive home.
Yep.
So I tried to get through it. I had 3, mouthfuls of it.
Yep.
It's still sitting on the floor of my car.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's that bad.
Not good. There was a big ass advertisement over Gather Round, I believe, at the Adelaide Oval.
Yeah.
It's not good. Just play the classics.
And I don't understand how these days you could gain market share from releasing a bad product. It's not
Prime got
it's
pretty
not
big.
Coke.
Prime got pretty big.
That's because children often idolize fuckwits. It's like the thing I was saying earlier. Like when you if you ask someone who their hero is and they say Jake Paul,
Yeah.
you check them. You check them for CTE.
Yeah.
And then you check them into a mental hospital.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So where was I?
Pepsi Electric.
Oh, yeah, it's dog shit. It's not Coke new, or whatever. Like, you can't just release a bad product and still get market share these days because everyone's going to rag on you on the internet. Russ Eats is going to do a video and say this is the worst fucking thing ever made, and no one's going to buy your product.
Yeah, correct. I saw it again in Woolies today. It's it's bad when it's not near the other Pepsi. It's at like the end of the aisle.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was way down.
In
it
the
was like
servos, it's
down to the
always
sports
next to it.
drinks. Yeah. Yep. Not great.
They've timed it with Monster releasing a new flavor, the new zero sugar flavor, which I guess
good.
similar idea in the way that they're both trying to be a zesty flavor.
Yep.
Whoever the fuck makes Monster, which I think is just Monster, isn't it?
Probably. Oh, probably not. They're probably owned by Coke.
Don't they have? Nah, surely not. But anyway, whoever makes Monster actually gives their beverage to people before selling it. Every time they release one, it tastes banging. There you go. Footy. Partially owned by Coca-Cola.
Very good.
16% in 2015.
There you go. Kicking off Gather Round at the Adelaide Oval. Adelaide Crows 100. Geelong Cats 119.
Nice.
Would you like me to go first?
Yeah, please.
You're woefully unprepared for these.
I'm incredibly unprepared.
Cats enjoy the taste of victory, breaking down 3-20 blackbirds in their pressure cooker and serving them up as an appetizer to gather around.
That's a nice one, that.
Yeah, thank you. Shout out the 4-20 sponsored CCs. You can't say no.
You can.
You can't. It's right on the back of the bag.
Is that not an issue for consent?
Just
Anyway,
say CCs.
moving on. Yeah. I've got 2 pensioners help Geelong to victory in gather round kickoff. This is based on the facts that Dangerfield and Jeremy Cameron both scored 4 goals and got 16 and 15 disposals, respectively.
Very good, Keelan.
Don't be
Good
like
headline.
that. Don't be like that. I think now everyone knows that they'll be tuning into this segment for one host to do well prepared ones today, and the other one they're just hopefully excited to hear me crash and burn.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Crows definitely on the hot seat this week in regards to Fraud Watch.
Yeah,
After choking away a decent lead, got to be on Fraud Watch. Giants up this week. Could be trouble.
Well, they see now they're legitimately Fraud Watch because they can't blame this one on a last minute refereeing decision.
Correct. Yeah, exactly. If they lose this week, officially frauds.
Oh, Lordy. Yeah, no. Sorry, who are they playing this week?
Giants.
Oh, nah, Giants are good, though.
Yeah, exactly. If you're good, beat good teams. Simples.
No, okay. No, the math actually lines up. No, sorry.
Yeah. It certainly does. If you can't beat the, a top 4 ranked side, and then you lose to a top 8 ranked side, and you can't beat another top 4 ranked side, it smells like frauds to me.
Yeah, I mean, because mathematically you could still finish in top 8 if you just beat everyone else.
Correct.
Right. Potentially. The chance is there.
There's enough bad teams.
If you finish 8th, you then have to go through everyone that's better than you, funnily enough.
Funny how that works.
Weird. Yeah, if you've got no record of beating them, you're probably not gonna. So, yeah, cool. Fraud, it is. Lock them in.
Yeah. Very good. All right. Friday night we had Collingwood 16-13, 109. Sydney 12-6, 78. Sydney not great. Hold on, let me get my
correct. That is completely factual.
I think that was the title of the game recap on AFL.com.
No.
Keelan, here's a question for you. What's black and white and red all over?
The Magpies covered in the blood of the Swans.
Not this game of footy, as the Swans' Guernseys were about as colourful as their play style.
Who said that?
Me.
Ah. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, to be fair, they weren't very exciting. But I thought you liked their shirt.
I do like it.
Oh, okay, cool. I thought you were ragging. I thought it was like an AFL writer ragging on their shirt.
No.
Okay.
No.
Just how vanilla their boring game was.
Yes, they're
no, not even vanilla. It was fucking Greek yogurt, bro.
There was nothing. It was just white. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
Unflavoured Greek yogurt.
Yeah. Unflavoured, higher protein Greek yogurt. Because that doesn't even have the fun fattiness that coats your mouth. Like, it's just...
Yeah.
Just raw protein.
There's no full forward fatten up in the back of your mouth.
No. I've got lame swans burn mouths on hot pies.
Nice.
And
Pretty
by
good.
lame, I mean like injured.
Yeah.
Cool. Not boring.
Not boring.
How you described, yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough. The Swans have problems. Not completely out of it, but they're struggling. They got a pretty deep injury list.
Bring back Errol. People are saying it.
Yeah. And maybe dust off Buddy Franklin.
Potentially.
And they need a forward.
So the thing with the thing with this game was that the Pies really didn't let, except for what was it, the first quarter and a bit or something, that the game was close.
Yes.
After that, the Pies did not let Sydney go down the middle.
No.
And look, when you're losing out because of another team zoning you out of where you want to be, that funnily enough, that's where a really accurate kick from down back going forward is quite useful. I would look. I'm not a footy expert, but I feel like Errol would have been reasonably handy. Wouldn't have been the only difference, but
could have been a little useful to have at least.
Yeah.
But there was first quarter was close, and both teams were just using the separate pieces of the ground. Just swans up the middle and Pies down the wings.
Yeah.
And they were like, okay, we'll just avoid each other using these sections and it'll be fine. And then the Pies were like, well, we can just keep doing what we're doing and we just won't let them use the middle bit because we can just use it as well. And it all fell apart.
And look, if we do the math here, Adelaide Oval's 134 metres wide. How wide's the MCG? 149. So they lost out on a whole, 15 metres? Math?
Yep. Sounds about right.
That's a lot of space.
There's a lot of space.
That's a lot of space extrapolated over the size of it. No wonder the whole... Don't skip ahead. Sorry. Yeah.
Remind me to remind you and the listeners about a potential tipping trick after we cover that game then. Not skipping ahead.
The hot game?
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
All right.
Sounds good.
Moving on to Saturday afternoon out at the, I think it was the 51st venue for
it was 50
AFL.
something, yeah, I think.
Hold on. Let me fact check this. I got this here somewhere.
This is at the
Barossa Park.
purpose-built Barossa Park in Lyndoch.
51st. Yep.
Now, if you thought fucking Adelaide Oval was small, ground size wise, I'm pretty sure the 50s were touching the circle.
They were kissing each other.
Kissing the. They were, you could have both legs, one leg inside the 50 and one leg inside the centre square. It was that close.
Yep. The Suns' 23rd playing venue over their 15-year travel schedule that's seen the club fly more than 620,000 kilometres in 154 trips, or 15 and a half times around the globe. But yeah, 51st AFL venue, Barossa Park, Lyndoch, North Melbourne, 13-11-89, Gold Coast Suns 21-15-141. Anything for this one, Keelan?
I was hoping you were going to go first again.
Okay. A new salty snack for pairing with wine in the Barossa Valley. Kangaroo jerky sun-dried to perfection with a pink strip in the middle.
Nice. I've been trying to find some straight facts about the size of the Guernsey. Guernsey? Size of the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Guernseys vary in size, obviously, depending on the player.
It'd be better if they all had to wear the same size.
Imagine Max Gorn wearing a small.
Imagine
Jared Woods wearing a small.
Caleb Daniel wearing a
Wearing a triple XL. They sell 4XL.
Well,
Actually, we went through it. They sell way more than that, I think.
Yeah.
We were low-key a week too early on the Ben multi, I think.
I think so, actually. Yeah.
Ben King 5, Ben Long 3.
Ainsworth 1.
Ainsworth 1. and
Yeah.
but Ainsworth had one early too, like
As
the
in
one
the
you'd be,
first goal of the game.
yeah. So
Yeah.
the one you're most worried about bags
Yes.
it. You're like, oh,
Easy.
sweet. Uh, is there even any other bends? Of course, the AFL gives me alphabetical by last name. Fucking any other bends on the ground? Oh no, oh no,
The
no, we're good. The
no.
closest was Charlie Comben. Comben.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. I was like, who the hell are you? Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Who did not kick any goals, but he's also a Charlie, so it doesn't it doesn't count.
Also doesn't count. Yeah.
I've got no headline, just that interesting little tidbit of gambling for you.
Mm-hmm. It was hairy at one point there in the third quarter, and then the Suns midfield just smashed them after that. Conditions probably played a part. Ben
Yeah,
King was
Wreck
interviewed
It
after the
Real had a
game.
fucking day.
Yeah, Rowley was handing out clearances like a Persian rug salesman.
He was a regular Frank Walker from National Tiles.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, interview with Ben King after the game on ABC Grandstand was that essentially the Suns were licking their lips when they saw the weather forecast because they were, oh, this is what we train in, but
Yeah,
better. It's warm and not humid. This is great.
true. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Hadn't even considered the lack of humidity.
This couldn't be any better. So
Um,
probably played a part.
yeah. So Rowley had only had 7 tackles.
Yep.
Um, he only had 15 contested possessions, game high. Somehow he nabbed 3 intercept possessions. uh,
11 clearances.
oh, yeah, but unfortunately he had 0 contested marks.
Sounds about right. That's how he goes about things.
He had 14 score involvements.
Yeah. Pretty handy.
What a guy. What a row, what a mighty good row.
God damn it.
Sorry. I can go home if you'd like.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, you know what? I know what'll cheer you up.
Don't do your stupid fucking thing again. Ah!
Epilepsy warning.
Yeah, thanks for that. That's great.
Ben King jumped to the top of the Coleman.
Yep.
17 goals for the season.
From only 4 games as well. Just putting that out
He's
there.
played less games too. Maths.
Yep, correct. The Suns 4-0 for their first time ever.
Oh yeah.
Which is just great. The I won't mention that yet because I'd be skipping ahead. But I do have a screenshot here. And it's very early to be talking about finals, all right? But as far as the power rankings, Gold Coast Suns and their actually good pink Guernsey, ranked number 6 in the league apparently. History says the Suns will play finals from here. Over the last decade, 16 teams have been 4-0, and all 16 went on to play finals. Current odds are $1.22 to make the top 8. In fact, just 2 of the 24 teams have been 4-0 during the Suns' entire existence, missed finals. That was Essendon in 2012 and 2013. First one was in the season they took the supplements, and the second one was in the season where they got punished for taking the supplements.
So hear me out then. Does that mean Brisbane is essentially a lock for finals?
As well? Yeah.
Hawks, I guess, are as well.
Yeah.
I mean, you fucking heard it here first.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you heard it here, like, I don't know, how long did we say ago?
A few weeks ago.
Yeah, a few weeks ago now. Anyway.
That's fine. That's fine. Of note, the Suns have Richmond this week, so a pretty decent chance to go 5-0.
Cheeky 5-0. And then, I mean, if you want to come to a Storm on the Beach in person live commentary, 1:10 p.m. 27th of April in Zach's backyard, the People's First Stadium.
Yep, very good.
For 6-0, that would be.
Yeah. Now, some people are saying the Suns' schedule has been easy. Kind of true. Although I don't think people expected the D's to suck so hard. if we're being honest.
Yeah.
And although the Suns probably would have been 5-0 already and staring down the barrel of 6-0 this week because they would have played us in round one and based on their form, that would have been a guaranteed win as well. But also doesn't dispel the rumours of easy schedule either way.
No, but I mean, obviously, Richmond's a stinky fixture, and then no one thought Sydney were going to be as hampered as they have been.
No, exactly. So
and
after that,
we'll see how they improve.
Sydney, Brisbane, Bulldogs, Hawks, St Kilda, Fremantle, Geelong, GWS. So some tougher ones in there, some legitimate finals players. So we'll see how we go. Fingers crossed. Some of those from memory should be in Darwin, I'm thinking.
Oh, fuck.
Which is, as we all know,
is
a couple of automatic dubs.
Hawks, Gold Coast in Darwin.
Yep.
Ah, fuck.
But the Suns played the Bulldogs the week before in Darwin, so they'll be well and truly acclimatised for that one.
Oh, well, I can't tip Hawthorn that week, can I?
Possibly not. Possibly not.
Oh, that's mid-May.
Yep.
Fuck. Don't know. Hawthorn's got it fucking after. Don't skip ahead. After this weekend, Hawthorn's got it.
Got to do something.
Well, they've got 3 games of not much.
Yeah.
The West Coast, Richmond, Melbourne.
Just the bounce back spot you need.
Don't from one loss.
Yeah.
Bounce back against Geelong this weekend. I'm feeling it. Don't skip ahead. Anyway, so we said this was going to be a fast episode. Here we are, waffling.
Yeah, of course, as usual. Then slightly after the Suns game started, we had kickoff of Stinky Saturday at the Adelaide Oval. Carlton 17-19, 121. West Coast 6-14, 50.
I've got something for this.
Yeah, go on.
Shit team makes themselves feel better by beating on even worse team.
Very true. I went back to the well on the Navy PUs as they dropped a big load and walked away with the bathroom wear after toilet bowl win.
Nice. That's good, that.
Yeah, it's bad when you win by 71 points and you've kicked 19 behinds. just terrible. This
actually fucking try, dude. Like, what? Sorry.
Absolutely must miss TV. And I hope people didn't travel to the ground for this. Hopefully you got a 2-for-1 deal for the 2 games at Adelaide Oval on the Saturday.
I think people would have rather have been at Norwood, to be fair.
Yeah.
Should we go to Norwood?
We might as well. we don't want to dwell on that crap game too much. At Norwood, we had Western Bulldogs 14-13-97, Brisbane Lions 18-10-118.
Eric Hipwood kicked 5 goals and 0 behinds.
Yeah, don't get used to it.
That was quick.
Yeah.
That was very quick.
Done for the season.
Poor fella.
Yeah. I believe from what I heard, a lot of them were in the second half. Maybe all of them were in the second half.
I mean,
4 of them were in the second half. So credit to him. He maybe single-handedly pulled off the comeback with 4 second half goals, and Brisbane won by a little less than 4 goals, a little more than 3 goals.
they were behind by 1 at. Oh fuck! They were behind by a lot more than 1 at half time. Wowee.
Yeah, not behind by a lot.
Yeah.
39-point halftime. Right. Yeah, 39-point deficit.
Tough like that.
Biggest. Comeback Big Cats spend 8th life pouncing over puffed out puppies.
Yeah, I've got nothing for that. You can take the cake.
Thank you.
I was too shook by the Hipwood 5-0.
Yeah, definitely a bit odd.
What were the odds on Hipwood and Logan Morris both
kicking
that many with 0 behinds?
Probably astronomical.
Yeah. Even generational superstar Aaron Norton kicked a behind. So.
Yep. Now that's their 8th come from behind win. Strange place to be in.
Not very romantic.
The last 5-0 season start in the combined Lions history came from Fitzroy in 1948. The Bears never went close to 5-0. So shout out them.
And the 1948 season was a bit of a wash anyway because it was post-war.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Half the teams had a ring in still.
Except for Fitzroy. They had someone on their team that got him out of the draft. Oh, we didn't have a draft. I'm making things up now. Or did we have a draft? I don't think we did.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
But as good fellas volunteering to save the world or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Now, of note, in coming up this week, the Lions have the Pies on Thursday at the Gabba. Big clash. And then they have St Kilda.
Stinky.
Right. So those are 2 winnable games for the Lions currently, obviously. 5-0. You can't really pick other sides to beat them at this point. If we get to that point, we will have a Q clash potentially, and the Suns win their matches up to that point too. We'll have a Q clash for the last undefeated team in the league at the Gabba.
Mathematically, it has to be the first time that's ever happened.
Yes.
If it happens.
Yes.
If it doesn't happen because of either team, I'll be very disappointed now.
Yeah. Now.
Although given that it's at the Gabba, I wouldn't mind if the Lions lost before then.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely going to be a tough one either way. But Queensland has become the first state with more than one team where all sides have started 4-0 in VFL AFL history. So,
well,
not an AFL state, hey?
Yeah, but it's a bit cherry picky because if every single, sorry, did you say every team or more than one team? What was the full stat?
Queensland has become the first state with more than one team where all sides have started 4-0. So,
okay. So you said both things.
Yes, out of WA, South Australia, New South Wales, and Queensland, they're the only ones who have done it.
It's out of Victoria.
Yes.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yes.
I was going to say,
think
could you no shit, Victoria. Yeah, bit hard.
I
Given
think
there's a
statistically
billion
speaking, they
teams,
can't.
they physically
Victoria
cannot.
couldn't ever do it.
Yeah,
I don't think there's ever been a point. I don't think they can schedule enough games against other opponents for them not to be.
if they had if all but 4 of the Melbourne teams had a 4-week bye. Sorry, all but 2 of the Melbourne teams had a 4-week bye.
Yeah.
Anyway, math. That's great stat.
It's a great stat. Very good.
I guess Sydney and GWS kind of have been good at the same period, so
They have, yeah. It's an interesting one. Definitely an interesting one. We might have to start scooching up that Barassi line a little bit.
I think
Make it real vertical up the coast, and then like just off the top of Brisbane.
I think you'd have a tough time. You could follow the Brisbane River.
Yeah, you get up to the Brisbane River. That's the border.
Yeah, although I feel like Redcliffe.
No, it's north.
What's the other place?
Wynnum Manly.
Redland Bay.
Redland Bay, yeah.
Redland Bay gives big NRL energy.
Yes.
And that's south.
Yeah. You might have to do a loop.
Yeah, so we'll just follow the river in, get to
Gateway Motorway.
And then,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, Gateway Motorway back. Easy, yep.
Yeah. Just loop back around. Very good. So Brisbane, very good again. Who would have thought?
Wild,
hey? All right, and then finishing up Stinky Saturday at the Adelaide Oval. Melbourne, 8-9-57. Essendon, 15-6-96.
Quite frankly, who cares?
I think that's pretty apt. Bombers cap off Stinky Saturday with shit kicking of another shit team. And it wasn't
better myself.
Wasn't really even 39 points isn't the biggest of shit kickings, I would say.
No.
Especially when you've
essentially shit kicked yourself, because that's that's like playing the Auskick kids and not beating them by 1 billion. Or it's like playing your mate that's never played FIFA and not beating him 10-0. Like it's yeah. Especially when the Demons were wearing that Guernsey.
Mm-hmm. And even worse when like the last, you kick a goal and then 5 seconds later the final siren goes, technically speaking. So really they won by 33, if we're being honest.
Yeah. Not great.
Not great.
But if you look at the stats page, it's unhinged on the AFL website. They're all black boxes with white numbers in them, and then a little blue outline or a little tiny red outline, depending on the team. Mm-hmm. And it's not doing my eyes any solids whatsoever.
Certainly not helping.
Would you believe in the battle of Gawn versus Draper, Max Gawn won?
Crazy.
Sometimes ruckmen have to be reminded their main goal is to play the ruck.
Great point, Keelan.
Thank you.
Yeah, very good point. Where's Clangers? Can I add this in without
you got to go to advanced.
Something else? I can
think.
add it in. I have space for it.
Well, you don't. It's not even in advance. You got to go to fucking my stats.
Yep. Max Gawn, another win for him. 3 Clangers to Draper's 4.
Nice.
Yep.
I didn't do anything for those balloons to come up on the screen right now. That is
good. Love it.
He also got more clearances than Draper did.
Yeah, than anyone else on the ground.
I didn't even check anyone else on the ground. Only Draper versus Draper.
Max Gawn 8. Next best, Dylan Shield with 7.
That's not a good.
That's a terrible reflection on the Bombers.
I think it's. I was going to say it's a really bad reflection, actually, of
both teams.
Draper's presence in the ruck, though.
Yes,
because there's so little presence that Gawn's just
he's tapping it to himself, I guess.
Well, if it's not the centre bounce, you can just grab it, and fucking yeet it, right? So maybe he's in defensive 50, grabbing it and just fucking sending it home. Yep. That's very wild, though.
Very true.
He did gain 203 meters, so. For context, Christian Petrarca had 4 clearances. He's been playing off half forward, though, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Still, you do kind of expect him to be in there around those.
Do something.
Contests. Dude.
Balloon's going crazy. All right. To move on so we don't get stuck in his shit, shall we?
Yeah. Yeah, let's move on.
They back out at Barossa Park. Richmond 7-5-47. Fremantle 16-12, 108.
Oh, yeah. Fucking stinky Saturday extends into stinky Sunday morning.
Yeah.
I really feel for the AFL and their scheduling team.
What can you do when you've got so many bad teams? There's nothing you can do.
I don't know.
At least 2 bad games every week.
Like, Josh Tracy scored 6 fucking goals, dude.
Yeah.
Who's letting Josh Tracy score 6 goals? Watch him kick 10 against Hawthorn after I've said that. But, he's not bad, but 6 goals is a lot of goals.
There's a lot of goals. That's a certified bag.
If we're going off hat-trick rules where you call like a double hat-trick if you get 4 wickets in a row, 6 goals is a double bag. 2 8-balls, if you will.
Yep.
That's a snooker no, it's not a snooker reference. Hit him with your headline.
Dockers drowned Dower Tigers in second half drubbing.
Yeah, no, facts.
Yeah. Had him in the first half, sort of, 6-3 to 7-7.
That's representative of a young team, to be fair.
Yeah, and then the Tigers kicked 1-2 in the second half to 9-5.
Oh, there's probably a coaching issue. There was a miscommunication.
Clearly, he must have said, "Great job, boys."
Mm-hmm.
But didn't say keep it up at the end.
That's not what I was thinking. I was thinking he
went home,
suggesting some different strategies for the second half, potentially by doing a bit of 1-2 to get through the defense.
Nice one.
Yeah, thank you. That's going to be my headline. Not really a headline. That's going to be my byline. Oh. I should just be doing bylines to your headlines. I'll do it for the next game.
Okay, great.
How's this for an AFL headline, though? Dockers power past Tigers for 3rd straight win.
Great.
Congratulations.
Thanks for trying.
They got the... Oh, no, it's a real person called Sarah Black who did that one. Sarah, I feel for you. There was nothing exciting about this. We had the TV out on Sunday. This was... Who cares?
Mm-hmm. But you know what I did like?
That it didn't happen at the same time as another game?
Yes. And?
Just wait. There's more.
Yes, and the... colour rush factor of
that's fair.
Black and yellow and white and purple. Not full colour rush, but the nice, the very optically pleasing full away white NHL style.
It's a little bit traditional.
Yeah.
It's a bit. Oh, it's the You know, post-war 1948. I've only got 2 colors of wool, dude. Like,
Yes.
pretty good.
Very good. All right. Jumping over to Norwood Oval. Speaking of small grounds, St Kilda 12-10-82. GWS Giants 16-14 110.
Go on.
Saints crucified on Norwood as sling not enough to fell the Giants.
Prolific Toby Green
True.
launches 5 nails into the bodies of the Saints in order to hold them up on the big wooden things to crucify them.
Good one. Very nice. Well done.
I knew where I wanted to get. I just had no idea how to get there.
Yeah.
Thank you. It is Easter this weekend.
Very good. Look, good to see the Saints taken back down a peg. I'll be honest.
God bless.
Never like when they're, up and about a little bit. What were they on 3 wins in a row against some decent opponents, but very much under fraud watch, I think, as well.
I think it's good to see the Isaac St Kilda curse dry up.
Oh, that's an even bigger thing. I should really be celebrating here. That's a huge win for me.
That is a incredible. I mean, like, GWS are pretty genuine contenders. I'd class them as at this point. They've only lost 1 game.
Yes.
To a very serious Hawks team.
Yes. In Launceston, no, not fair.
Yeah, no, not fair.
Yes.
They did have a pretty aggressive win. They should have kicked more goals in that first quarter.
Also true.
Yeah. Jacob said it was a 5-goal win. So that was the goal. That was the wind that got them all the goals, none of their own merit. So if they had put their own merit in.
Good point.
Math.
Yeah, great point.
Anyway. Would you believe Giants won every stat? Wow.
I would.
Maybe not clangers, though. I can't see a head-to-head on clangers.
Fair enough. Happy to move on?
Oh, incredibly, actually. Sorry. Yeah, I'm incredibly okay to move on away from St Kilda Football Club.
All right, finishing off gather round, we had Port Adelaide 18-13, 121. Hawthorn 14-7, 91.
I'm happy to move along.
Okay. Port overpower pitiful Hawks in powerful first half. Didn't write a headline for the second half because it was essentially garbage time.
I mean, you're right. I don't like it. My take from this game is, I mean, Zach's been saying it for years at this point. The Port Adelaide Football Club are a bunch of flogs. Zach Butters specifically, bit of a fuckwit.
Kind of mental.
He's a little bit crazy. He looks like he eats glass for breakfast, which is fair because he played the final against the Hawks last year with either broken or bruised ribs.
Yep.
So you do have to be doing some pretty crazy shit to put up with a full contact sport with broken or bruised ribs. Because when I had bruised ribs and I sneezed, it fucking hurt.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the important thing here to note is that after Zach Butters threw his elbow and then whole body weight into James Warple's kidneys, I don't know, conservatively 16 minutes after the whistle was blown. The Wizard grabbed him by the Guernsey and lifted him to his feet and gave him a spray. And that's the kind of shit I want from a man that's 4 foot tall. Is telling the big guy to fuck off. It was big David v. Goliath energy.
Nice.
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Very good.
Also, Jack Gunston, absolute vintage, 6 goals.
Yeah. The only one
and-
doing anything out there.
Yeah. Brewsty got one.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the classic combo.
Yep.
So we should do themed bets per week. Unfortunately, the classic combo doesn't come up very often because Bruce is normally the sub at the moment. But we can have the Benjamin multi and the Hawks classic combo potentially anytime goal scorers.
Mm-hmm. If it's there, definitely. It was 12-7 to 3-2 at halftime.
It was not great.
Yeah.
The boys couldn't get the ball anywhere.
No.
It was a really tough watch because even when we broke out of the even when we got a clearance, it was straight down the throat of someone. They were everywhere. I blame the width of the ground.
Yeah.
And I think that's what you're about to remind me of.
Correct. Tough when you're on a much skinnier ground. I think bettors out there might be well placed to consider what size of ground Hawthorn is playing on each week when making your picks.
And on that, potentially, that should also maybe like a Sydney too, because they were easier to stop them just running through the middle because the other team can't. There's nowhere else for the team to go. You can't trick them to one side of the ground.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I think the Port Adelaide Football Club put a lot of energy into this game.
Oh, no doubt. This was calendar circled.
Yeah,
definitely. And I think that's quite reflective of the odds this week, where they're travelling to the SCG to play the Swans, who are very banged up, but somehow $1.45 favourites. The shout out Sportsbet for already picking out Port Adelaide's massive letdown spot this week.
Huge fraud watch. Yeah, and Sportsbet's not particularly willing to throw the Hawks down the well just yet either. They're only 15 cents the lesser against Geelong this weekend. So,
yeah, I would say so far this year, Port Adelaide have had a look ahead spot in every week except for when they played Richmond and won by a lot, by 72. Every other game they had lost. So this was the one they had circled for the front half of the year.
To be frank, I don't think they're going to be a consistent team.
No. But I'd also like to continue calling you Keelan if that's okay.
What?
You said to be frank. I would rather not call you Frank.
You bastard. Yeah, so that's completely ruined my train of thought.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think they're going to be necessarily consistent still. I mean, given they're an emotion, it shows that there's emotion behind it. And social media action showed there was clearly some emotion behind it. And I think having an emotional match does have a part to play, but probably not to get it done regular season. Because you can't keep emotion up for that.
If you're
long.
only getting up for the big ones.
Yeah. It gives United when they play City at the moment.
Yes.
I don't think. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not the very last matchup, but at least the last few. It was consistently a slip up spot for City.
Yeah.
Who won the league
Exactly. Like
all those years? It's like
it's
United turn up, beat City. City wins the league.
yeah. It's all well and good beating City 1-0,
Yeah.
but when you're 14th at the end of the season, you know that joy is short lived.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Those 2 matches of joy are short lived.
It's not great.
No.
I mean, the most recent one, 0-0, stinky. Before that,
Sounds about right.
United beat City by a goal this season. And yes, currently they're 14th and City are, I don't know, probably playing Champions League.
Yeah.
So,
Yep. Exactly.
yeah. So basically, Port Stinky and their flogs. So I don't even feel sorry for them.
No.
I saw someone saying that Hawthorn should recruit Zach Butters. I couldn't disagree less. I don't care how tough he is or what he does. He might be my most hated player in the AFL right now.
Oh,
I probably said it last year too. I genuinely probably said it last year. He has an easily dislikable face and does bad things.
Mm-hmm.
So
2 from 2.
He always gets fined too. He's not. There's no. It's not
Not
like
even a
he's
good guy.
just a bad guy some of the time.
Yeah.
It's like consistent bad dude energy.
Yeah. Yeah. Very true.
So yeah, Zach Butters, mate, you're on watch. Please don't come to my house.
Mm-hmm.
You'll absolutely fuck me up if you come to my house eating glass and drinking 17 Red Bulls. You'll fuck my shit up. But I was gonna say that then his career would be ruined. But Noah Bolter is going to be back in the Richmond side next week, according to their coaching staff. So
yeah. To be a professional athlete must be outstanding.
yeah,
You can just do whatever you want whenever, and it doesn't matter.
Yep.
Just keep your job.
You do have to be fit though.
This is true.
Yeah.
But you're paid pretty well to do so. So just do it.
Yeah, just get fit. It's not hard.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Now, good thing about podcasting is you can just like dust off old takes.
Oh, here we go.
I think if,
I've got a
people
button
remember
for that.
Oh, thank you. If people remember correctly, to the start of last season, I predicted the Gold Coast Suns would be the last undefeated team in the league. I was just a year early. I was so early on it. I was well and truly the first one on it. That it just took a year to transpire.
Mature.
Yeah.
The take had to mature. Mm-hmm. Now, hear me out. You could be blowing your load early again.
Oh, absolutely. But we're at a point where we're down to the last 2 teams.
I'm willing. Because it shouldn't be the Brisbane Gold Coast game shouldn't be the decider. Even if both teams get there undefeated.
What if we just walked out, tossed the coin, handshake agreement, we're forfeiting 2 points each. Both teams continue on undefeated in EPL rules of, X amount of wins, 1 draw, no losses. And then you just figure it out from there until, I guess, you handshake again at the second you clash later in the year.
Oh, no, one of them's losing before then.
Probably.
I mean, I'd allow it. I don't think the TV broadcasters would allow it. Oh, no, they would, because that'd be pretty wild. And then the commentator panels would just fucking sit there talking about how this has never happened before.
Yeah.
And they just do reruns of the handshake between Noah and Lockie Neal.
Yep.
Great handshake.
Yep.
Two,
They'd have
two
all
great
angles
players.
of it on replay. Very good. Now, last bit of news. Shout out to Harvey Thomas of the GWS Giants, who this past week passed Scott Pendlebury for a stat, which is pretty awesome. Harvey Thomas has played 23 career games at 12 different venues. Scott Pendlebury's played 408 career games at 11 different venues.
That's an incredible statistic.
Yeah.
I am floored. How does that even happen? He's only playing the shit games?
It's even better when you find out that Pendlebury's never played in Geelong. It's right there.
Is that the only ground that's different in these two?
It probably is, actually.
Is this Harvey Thomas, is he actually brand spanking new as of
He's
last
fairly
year?
new. Yeah. Although they played
19
Norwood
lines
Oval.
up.
It's probably not the only one that's different, but he certainly would have a few different ones, and he may have played in Geelong. But I think he would have, a fair few different ones.
That's
Smaller
that's
ground.
wild.
It's a pretty crazy stat.
I can't quickly find grounds played on, unfortunately, so we're gonna have to just believe it.
I did see he's not the person to break it in the least amount of career games, though. There was
So
some
someone's played 12 in less.
Yeah.
Someone's played 12 in 12?
No, it was like 20 or just under 20.
I guess you do have to
wild.
sprinkle some home games in there.
Yeah.
Do they have to be starts? Because if you were a substitute, you could
I don't think it has to be starts.
You could very much end up with an away day tactical sub specialist role.
Yep.
And having a 12 in 12.
Hmm.
Can you see this dog?
I can't.
Oh. She just like rolled onto her back and went like she was a whale or something.
Yeah, nice. Very
cool. Big sigh, dude. She's having a tough evening listening to the podcast
time.
before everyone else does.
Tough time. All right, moving on real quick. NHL Aussie Nathan Walker, who plays for the St. Louis Blues, has set a season record for most hits in a season as a Blues player. So he's out there chucking his body around, throwing the hip and shoulder.
I mean, 31. He's old as.
He's fairly old. Stanley Cup winner.
Wowee.
Yeah.
Why doesn't that make Australian news very often? I feel like we get all the bullshit. It's like,
Basketball in it.
AFL player,
Turned
NFL kicker. And you're like, fuck, dude, no one cares about starters, the NFL. Second of all, kickers. So we should be talking about this guy.
Yeah, we should.
He was born in Wales.
He was born in Wales, but he has Aussie accent, like he grew up here.
Okay, well, we'll adopt him. We'll Russell Crowe him.
Yeah, it's not a Kyrie situation where he was born here and then grew up elsewhere. He's legitimate Australian.
Sorry, Emma's going to bed. Got to say good night.
Fair enough.
Yeah, he's a legitimate Australian.
Yep.
And there's another Nathan Walker who plays in the A-League, turns out.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, excuse me.
But yeah, he will. I think they probably still have one more game. Oh no, they've played all their games now. I'll probably have a look at what his stats are.
Is a hit literally just when you run into someone?
Yep.
Yeah, cool. That's pretty.
Gotta love that.
That's pretty on brand.
Yep. He's made 3.88 hits per game this season.
I reckon he could pump those numbers up.
Yep. 281 for the year hits.
Oh, he must be so bruised.
Yeah.
Oh, he's playing for the Blues.
Nice one. Very good. Shout out Stats Muse. If we could get AFL stats into that would be great. Because you can literally just ask it a question and it spits out the answer.
Is it an AI?
Sort of. It's just a really good sports stats search engine for like American sports.
Oh, this looks good too.
It looks great too, yeah.
Oh, and they've got fun facts on the left-hand side right now.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's a great one.
Highest plus minus.
And they've got pictures of people.
Oh, the stats change. It's gone.
Here you go. League leaders. You'll love this one. Third one on the list is Europe top 5 goals. Mo Salah, 27.
Hell yeah. Highest plus minus in a season. You'll love this one. What's a plus minus?
Like for and against.
As in points for versus points against?
Yes.
Well, the first for a dynasty warrior, I assume that means warriors.
I guess so.
Or is it? Oh, anyway, let me click the stat. Because it says 24-25 Shay.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Is fifth on the list.
Yeah.
918 for and against.
Mm-hmm.
Wild.
So yeah, that's essentially how many in basketball. That's the result of how many points get scored for by your team or on your team while you're on the court.
Oh, okay.
So like going even would be plus minus 0, right?
Okay, yeah.
That's beautifully steps into my NBA stat that I've got this week is the OKC Thunder.
That's why I picked it up actually. Yeah.
Nice. Have the highest point differential in NBA history of plus 1,055 points.
Incredible.
And if you made all of their single-digit wins this year into losses, they would still be the first seed in the West.
What I'm hearing is that because Shay's plus minus is less than the team's, he's actually the weakest link. Goodbye.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
He is the league leader in points per game.
Yep.
32.7. Wild.
Oh, these are kind of cool musings here. Liverpool are unbeaten in their last 100 home Premier League matches when scoring first. 91 wins and 9 draws.
Just score first.
Yeah. Simply score first and you get point.
So you could use that for your gambling.
Yes.
And if you went, Liverpool to win and first goal, Liverpool. You could add on to your multi. Don't go the other way. Work from big to small is how my brain works there.
Very good. And you've got a final thing for the EPL here about Liverpool?
Oh, yeah. So last week I reported on Liverpool losing a game, so they're washed.
Yep.
This week I'm reporting on Liverpool being 6 points from winning the league.
Congrats to Liverpool. Shout out.
So that would mean, for all those mathematicians at home, if Arsenal lose to Ipswich and Liverpool beat Leicester, it's done this weekend. Just wrapped up. Easy. It could be that soon.
Fingers crossed.
That being said, I'm not tipping. Speaking of tipping, holy shit, we almost got through an episode without tipping.
Oh, we did. Must have missed the dot point.
But yeah, I'm certainly not tipping. And in fact, you should tip now because it starts in 6 hours for the EPL as well, by the way.
Yep.
But yes, I've tipped Arsenal to win their game, funnily enough.
All right, should we circle back to AFL tips? Nice one. During a recap, I had the pink team who won by 52. Keelan had Hawk who lost by 30. Tough look.
Fuck.
Kiss of Death had West Coast who lost by 71.
Sucks to suck.
All right. Tips out. Thursday. Easter Thursday? Is that its official name?
Not a thing, dude. This is the only game of the Easter weekend that is not on Easter. It's the Lions versus Collingwood at the Gabba. It's Lions by 19.
By 19. That sounds about right. I'm going to go Price is Right rules and go 20.
We've got a bit of a grand final rematch from 2 years ago or whatever. Yep. Commentators love to do that shit.
They do.
They'll just pull out a year. Oh, it was the 1985 grand final rematch we have here this week. Fuck off, I say to that. And also fuck off, I say to Friday night under the light. Oh, not even under the lights. Sorry.
Yeah, I hope not.
Skipped ahead there. 3:20 p.m. Absolute graveyard shift. People will be at the footy eating fish pies, I presume, on Good Friday.
Curry scallop pies.
Yeah. North Melbourne versus Carlton, an absolute shit fight. Not just because of the fish pies. Sorry. I should not have made a food poisoning joke.
First of all, the odds sort of don't make sense, and I feel like tipping North here because they're actually not. They can hang, and Carlton have won one game against a really, really, really bad team. So I'm going to pick the upset.
I'm so keen on Carlton losing this for the memes. Yeah. I'm tipping with my... I don't know.
Your heart. Your head. Both.
Neither of them.
Neither at the same time.
Yeah. 100% of the time, it's neither at the same time. 0% of the time.
Yep.
I think we have to rename Good Friday. I don't think it needs to be a big thing. We don't need to spend millions of dollars workshopping it. We can just call it Bad Friday because the next game is West Coast Essendon.
I was going to say I'm going to pick the upset in the first round, and I'm going to be upset after the second game too because I've had to watch North Melbourne Carlton and then West Coast Essendon back to back.
It's a public holiday, dude. Like, what are you doing?
You've just ruined everyone's day off.
Yeah, instead, let's put, I don't know. Oh, hold on, is there just no good footy this week?
Crows Giants.
Brisbane Collingwood should be on a public holiday instead of the Thursday night, low key. Yeah. That's poor planning.
Yep.
Adelaide Giants is the only good game on Saturday. Sorry, we skipped ahead. We got the who gives a fuck Demons against the I can't think of anything funny for Freo.
I don't know. I got nothing. The Dockers are going to win.
The Dockers are going to win. I thought there was bad teams playing bad teams a lot last week.
Yeah, it turns out we were wrong.
Anyway, Adelaide GWS. This is, I guess these two teams are just staying in town after last week.
It would be stupid to go home and come back for GWS.
Yeah, it's bring your family over school holidays time, isn't it? So, Um, I think I'll take Adelaide with home ground, obviously, and the consideration that Adelaide is just greater Western Sydney.
True. True.
But no, my actual consideration is not a consideration. My actual
What the hell is going on there?
Hearns every night. What I was going to say was I wouldn't be surprised if GWS won this. I'm just tipping with my home ground head here.
Yeah, it would make sense to go home ground head. Adelaide are literally on the skids though.
Yeah, no, 100%.
2 losses in a row. This is must win territory for them.
It's fucking half a game into the season. Chill out.
Very much fraud watch must win.
This is season ender.
Yeah.
Or a season maker. But no, it is at home.
Just because they've rubbed me up the wrong way, I'm going to the Giants.
That's fair. They do. If you, as a fan of them, you're going to want to see them win this at home.
Yes.
Not you, but the Royal you. You're going to want to see them win this at home to prove that they can contend against the big boys.
Yep.
Obviously. Fucking. I like that the Suns are playing 7:30 in the evening on a Saturday, but
that is
it's against
fucking
Richmond.
phenomenal. I don't care. This is great. I'm going to watch the shit out of this game. Terrible. It's going to be, it's certainly not going to be the best primetime slot game the Suns will be playing, but at least it's at the right time.
Tip the Suns by 1 billion.
Yep.
Big margin. Margin. I mean, I could go to this if I felt like it. I'm in Sydney for the weekend. Sydney versus Port.
Mm-hmm.
We touched on earlier that the odds suggest that no one backs Port at the moment.
Correct. Yeah.
And I've decided I'm tipping against them for the rest of the season out of spite.
Fair enough. I think that is absolutely fair enough. I'm going to go with the odds because they kind of make no sense. But as we've discussed, Port only get up for the big ones. And that can land you in trouble. So, Sydney.
This has happened in a previous game this season, and we've gone the odds don't make sense, and then tipped against them. And I was in the wrong.
You tipped against them. I
100% tipped against them.
Yes. I
Which
tipped
one?
the Dockers against the Dogs.
That's right.
That's what game it was. And the odds were correct.
Weird.
Yeah.
I like that precedent for this game, though.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Speaking of odds and the Bulldogs, that was a bit forced. Doggies against St Kilda at Marvell. 7:20 p.m. on Sunday evening.
Dogs aren't that good.
Neither is St Kilda.
St Kilda also not that good.
There's nothing I'd rather be doing than coming out of Sunday Mass and going in to watch this game.
Yep.
Praise the Lord.
Western Bulldogs.
Yeah, thank you. Cool. On Monday, we have...
Easter Monday, throughout the record books. These two teams don't like each other.
Geelong, Hawthorn.
Yeah.
Hawthorn looking to rise again after their defeat last week. Thankfully, it is one of Geelong's home games at the G. Factor in ground width, approximately this wide.
Pretty wide.
Yeah. Even without the A list, I think ground factor makes a big difference here.
Yeah.
Bailey Smith for 37 disposals. Put it in.
Um,
Um,
I'd like to see Hawthorn win, so I'll just tip them.
you don't have to, because I don't want you to be
Okay.
grumpy with me.
I'm just looking at the
I think I saw Warple was at training. He came off with a leg injury, but someone went to open training and Warple was training with boots on. So
Cats have sort of turned it around. Mm, mm,
mm,
mm. I'm gonna go Hawthorn back at the MCG.
oh,
If they lose this one, considering they don't have Will Day for a long time now, this could be the last time I pick them for a while, unless they're playing in a terrible team.
they play Richmond, West Coast, and the Demons.
Great.
Not in that order.
Yeah.
So I think you pick them for the
I'll
3
pick
weeks
him the
after
following
this
week.
game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And then that's the Suns game, which you're not going to pick them after that.
No.
You're not going to pick them for the Suns game. So
No, correct. But if there is one that Hawthorn could afford to lose, probably this game. I'll just put it out there. Because then you've got
bet 3 bounce backs.
3 wins in a row after that coming up,
Yeah.
which could be a bit of a look ahead. So,
Hell yeah.
I still think the Hawks. I'm going Hawks.
He's done it. He's committed, ladies and gents.
Yep. Please send through your tips. So, and
I realize I can send you the betting slip at the bottom.
yeah,
Might
whatever.
make it a little bit easier, actually. So I don't have to send you 2 screenshots. So that's all right.
That's fine. Thank you. Now, shoe-in of the week. I'm on 4 now. You're on 5. Can't take the Suns. But Kiss of Death will take Richmond, although do we give second highest underdog, which would be West Coast again for Kiss of Death? Thoughts?
West Coast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't take the Sun, so obviously I won't take them. The next logical choice, there's no additional points for picking an underdog to do this, so that'd be silly. So I guess I'll just go Fremantle.
I don't like it, but also I don't hate it.
I don't love it. Melbourne are bad, but I don't really want to shoe in Essendon.
No.
I'd rather not.
Oh, fuck. Just give me Hawk.
Ballsy. All right, good luck to you, sir.
Oh, thanks. We're going to need it. I'm scared now.
Now let's have a quick look. Whose flip is it?
Yours.
Finish off the show.
I cried last week, I think, so.
Checks out. Sorry, just wait for the spreadsheet to load.
While you're doing that, how long do you reckon Woolies potato salad lasts in the fridge after opening?
5 days.
Yeah, okay. Open
Like,
on Sunday, so.
consume within. Oh yeah, it'd be fine.
I mean, I'm only getting on a plane tomorrow night, so if I'm shitting myself tomorrow, I'm sure that'll be fine.
Yeah, it'd be fine. You could easily sneak a fart on a plane. Sneak a potato salad fart on the plane. No troubles.
Fucking wash it down with some Woolies coleslaw too.
All right, here we
Gibbage.
go. My flip targeted ad of AEC Electoral Commission election coming up. So don't
And
forget to vote.
ADF careers. Are you thinking about changing?
I guess so. Change your careers, stay a public servant. And
And
Powerball.
Lotto.
There's the other career option. Just win Powerball.
I look, while it is like technically you can live off it, because money or whatever. I don't think it's technically a career.
Well, what if you win it more than once?
Then you could class it as a career. Yeah, I'm willing for it to be a 2 or more, and then you can call yourself a professional lotto winner as a career. Put it in your resume.
Fair enough. Also noted down here, do not bring or send pork products to Australia. We don't want your 70% meat, including pork products here. Thank you.
We've got our own.
We've got our own. All right, let's flip. Tails. Oh, like clockwork. Oh, wow. It wasn't even a second thought. Like I didn't even think about losing in my mind just then. It was just going to appear pink and tails.
I'm convinced we need to go analog here.
We need to get an old-fashioned coin out.
I need to bring my own coin because this is some bullshit. Anyway,
lifetime I'm 28 and 17, 62.22%.
And it keeps getting bigger. Doesn't make any fucking sense.
All right. Thanks for coming. See you next week.
Don't forget to put your CCs in the fridge.
Sure.
That's my that's me signing off for.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah, cheerio.
Bye.